29 minutes away from the campsite, which is on the A66 near, I would imagine that's probably near, is it Scotch Corner? Is that there? Got cracked on. Gonna have a much nicer day tomorrow. No idea where I'm going to stay tomorrow. I'll have to sit down with my feet up, telly on, beer this evening when I get to the campsite, which I think is called Richmond. Richmond Hargill. It's another caravan and motorhome club site. So I'll speak to you when I get there. So I made it up here. About 5.5 hours or so. Just off the A66 by Scotch Corner. And that's a bit dark. I'll show you around a bit when it's lighter. But I'm here for one night. Just got the thing up in the ramps. Better go and plug it in because the old fridge is telling me off, saying it's not got any power to it. So I'll go and plug us in and settle down for the evening. Still pretty windy here, but can't imagine what it was like here earlier or last night. It must have been pretty blustery, as they say. Anyway, catch you soon. A quick tour of Moe. There's the cab with the spinning captain seats. Some little shelf space there. There's my bed up there. Nice sofa. Just getting my dinner ready. Have a salad and some bagels, of which my gas has gone out, so I better try and restart that. Start again. Some bagels on. I'll just put the light on. Excuse the bag, my bag is in the way, and my screen cover, which I'm not using today, is a bit windy. So, there's the quite big bathroom. For the clothes and stuff. This goes out into the sort of like outside locker as well, so I can hang my coats in there. My towels are in there. Shoes and trousers and shirts and stuff. The fridge. We have more cosy bits. Got my telly going. Obviously need some beer. Soft drinks and non-alcoholic stuff just in case of wild camp. Full of junk food, but it's only me. Pizzas, sausages, ham, and I better go and turn the bagels over before they burn to a cinder. And there we have tonight's dinner: sweet and spicy piri-piri chicken pasta salad. Something easy because it can't be asked. So just to explain about this bed, by the way, I ain't that thin to fit up there. That table is actually electronic. Goes up or down. And the bed is also electric. And you've got the control up there. That's controls for the motorhome over there. And that bed drops down to about like this level. Take the cushions off, put that cushion over there as my headrest just to protect the blinds. And yeah, it's quite cozy. I've slept in here quite a few nights already. It's been about my fifth night sitting in here and sleeping in here. So yeah, not in the wind though. It's only been warm weather, so we'll see what comes of this. Well, good morning. Sunday morning, the 5th of October. Up here at Richmond Hargill campsite, part of the Caravan Motorhome Club. Yeah, sleeping last night. The back end of Storm Amy, which seemed to have like dipped back down, and we've just had really strong winds all night. I think it's been gusting over 50, and this van's been rocking like a gondola in Venice. It's just been going like that all night. One of the roof vents has been rattling. It's not a fantastic fit anyway. It might be it's designed to do that. These vans have to vent somewhere, so it might be part of the design. I mean, it's not flapping like that. It's literally just a tiny movement. But yeah, I haven't slept that much. I don't know. I have these bizarre thoughts, dreams that the thing's going to get blown over. I'm sure they can get blown over. I've seen evidence up in Scotland in huge storms where some vans and trucks have gone over, but I don't know at what point. just always in your head. So just to give you a slightly better view, nice view out the window.
Well, I'm off up into Scotland today, and I think I was just about to say the wind is slightly calming down gradually. It's really slow. It's not like a lot of storms that will whip through and whip straight out again. This is lingering. So I'm going to leave about 10. I don't want to go too early. Just give it another hour to settle down. I've got to go across the A66, and I think that goes quite high. I'm not 100% sure. I've only ever driven over it once, I think, and then head up into Scotland, the Highlands. The roads look a little bit better. I've checked out some of the roads I want to use. So welcome to Cumbria. Currently on the A66, which if I said it was windy would be an under-exaggeration. It really is blowing a hoolie up the top. I can't remember what the name of the pass is called, but we're feeling it's about 1,400 feet above sea level. It's pretty high up, so needless to say, the wind was really whipping up. Can't remember the last time I spoke. It was probably on the other cam from inside the motorhome. I've packed up and managed to go and get some fuel, which was a bit of an emergency. The old alarm was going off saying I had about 46 miles left, which I hate running vehicles low, but I have no idea how accurate that is in here. I fueled up there and got £1.42 to the gallon, which certainly beats yesterday's ridiculous 165 that I paid, and about average 150 out on the A1. Wow, Jesus, that was one hell of a gust of wind that just took me there. I don't know if that got picked up on cam or not with the wide angle, but I am used to driving large vehicles. I used to be a coach driver and used to drive all across Europe for a living, doing coach tours back in the 90s. I know it was a few years ago, so I'm used to driving large vehicles and in winds, but I think because these are so light, and they are a bit of a sail really, aren't they, and you catch a side on wind and it really does blow you. It was quite alarming, so I think the idea is just to kind of like relax a little bit on the wheel and just sort of like gradually guide it back. But I think I'm heading towards the M6 here near Penrith is where I'll join it, and then head up north. There's a beautiful castle on my left. Don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's been very, very scenic since I've left the campsite. Literally not that much to see yesterday on the A1. Literally the moment I've come off it in the A66. It's been very scenic indeed. Thoroughly enjoying it so far, apart from the wind. Well, we've been going an hour and 40 minutes, I think, something like that. Anyway, this is the last few hundred yards of England, and as you can see by the giant sign, welcome to Scotland. I have no idea how to pronounce the Gaelic version underneath. But we'll get cracking. I'll have a stop when I get up into the was it the Cheviot Southern Uplands? I meant to look at this last time I went this way. I can't remember what they are. There's sort of like the big range of hills between here and Glasgow. I'll have a stop up there and review what I want to do. I still haven't 100% decided where I'm going yet.
"20 minutes later."
Right, well into Scotland now. Just about I think 30 or so miles from Glasgow. Just come over the hills. I've tried to find somewhere scenic to stop and eat, but didn't. So I've ended up at the Cairn Lodge, which is services just off the motorway. For lunch we have a southern fried chicken wrap, big bag of crisps, and a beer. Well, pretend beer, Heineken Zero. Although technically they're not absolutely zero. I believe there's an absolute minuscule amount of beer there, 0.05%. So I think you'd probably have to have about 300 to be over the limit of those. But I could pretend I'm having a beer, so hopefully it doesn't have a placebo effect. Anyway, lunchtime, and I'm going to start making some definite plans of where I'm heading to. Well, I'm almost at the campsite. I think this is Glen Coe. It's like in between the Loch Head and Crean Larrick. It's been a good journey. The wind's died right off. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of debris just to the side of the road, and a low-hanging branch which I have unfortunately twatted with the van. Not caused any damage. It's just got tree sap marks on it. So it's the second branch of it since I've had this bloody thing. It must be a magnet. I know nothing about this campsite. I just saw its location, caught my eye. It wasn't expensive. Phoned them up. They said they're very quiet. Just got the power back on last night, and I didn't have to pre-book. They just turn up. So it's, as you can see, some fantastic mountain scenery. It's sunny, cloudy, and raining. Which I would say it's typical Scottish weather, but Scottish Highland weather, that is. But I'm not so sure about the sun bit. One sat-nav tells me I've missed it, and the other one says continue. So I shall soldier on and see which one's right. I appear to be here. There's a lot of leaves down on this road from yesterday and Friday's storm. No idea where the check-in is.
Your destination is on the right.
Oh, I can see the word reception. Where on earth did tourists go? Okay. This is home for the next night.
Now we have typical Highland weather. It's pelting with rain. We have a water hook up here, so I don't have to go far from the water. So it's got my new gadget, which is a filler which I can clip into. Clips into the pipe, just stands so sitting there holding it and then running backwards and to and from the pipe. Anyway, I'll go and get that all sorted out. Just had to get my brass connector out because their one was a bit knackered, so let me turn this on and not have water fly everywhere. So I'm shooting out there, and I can hear it filling up in there. It won't take much. If I get it done now, don't have to get it done on the next couple of sites. I know it's not good to always carry a full tank around. That's a little bit I was telling you about. This replaces the locking cap with this one, so you just hook it up to your hose and away you go. Normally you've got a longer distance between that and the pipe and the hose tap, should I say. That's the word, tap, T-A-P. Yeah, it's normally a distance, so you have to run backwards and forwards just to make sure it's not shooting everywhere, or sometimes you sort of like dead-ended hose pipe just falls out of there. So yeah, that works well. Maybe 11 quid or 10 quid from eBay, or even Amazon. No, it was Amazon. Morning all, welcome to a very damp and murky morning here in Scottish Highlands. I believe the expression locally might be dreich and dreary. It certainly is that. I'm just heading off on a very slow bimble towards Loch Lomond and Loch Lomond, Glen Coe on the way. Stops at Glen Coe. I'm going to have a breakfast up at Rannoch Moor actually. I've had a cup of tea, but fancy somewhere with a view, even if it's in the murk and mist. don't want to stare at caravans all day. The viewers are like a lot of caravans here. You can just about see the hilltops. As for last night, yeah, I actually slept very well last night, and only woke a few times. A gentle pitter patter of the rain on the motorhome. This morning's issues. I found water that's coming in from the door there, and it was actually just on the sort of like the blind cassette there. No idea what that's about. I only thought you got that if you put in a windscreen cover on. I've not used my windscreen cover, it's not been cold enough, so I put it on cold nights, so it reduces the condensation, but it's been quite mild. But anyway, I'm off, heading north, and I'll bring you along for the journey.
Morning dawning, with life abounding, into beyond. Too many seas to cross today.
Well, a little stop for breakfast. I'll show you where I am if I press recenter. Near Rannoch, well, just on the edges of Rannoch, overlooking Loch Lomond. Look, can you see it there in the distance? Yeah, the weather is not so great up here. Anyway, I'm going to go and have breakfast and put a cup of tea on. I've got the gas kettle, so should make a cup of tea. A little bleeping that's now stopped that you heard. That was the fridge alarm to say that it's come off engine battery, and it's going on to gas. It works three ways. It works on engine battery, i.e. when the engine's running, the mains electrical hookup, or gas. Doesn't work off the 12-volt leisure battery. You can't use the fridge that way with this particular range of vans, the Voyager. Anyway, breakfast time. I think it's alright. I am going to have to turn the power on because I haven't got any sparks. We have gas, and we have the kettle now on already. A nice cup of Yorkshire tea, it's my favourite. Decaf. Sacrilege, some people call it, but without too much caffeine, it's not that good for you. And I do drink absolute gallons of tea a day, so it's decaf now. So just at the top of Glen Coe here, just off on the left, fantastic view in the mist. That's what's nicknamed the Buckle Moor. It's probably the most photographed mountain probably in Scotland, more so than probably Ben Nevis. It's very iconic. It's like a big pyramidal peak from this view. It's well worth the climb. In my younger, fitter days I climbed it, but certainly not at the moment. I could just about hobble to a shop and back in the van because my back's gone at the moment. But yeah, this is typical Glen Coe weather. More I'm used to, unlike when we came in May. We just had perfect week of wall-to-wall, pretty much sunshine most of the time. We could see all the peaks even on the day it was slightly cloudy. So yeah, this is what it's normally like up here. My wife got it lucky when she came with me. She saw nothing but sunshine pretty much, whereas this week I don't think it's stopped raining since I come over the border. So I just stopped here at the Three Sisters here in Glen Coe. I've got a space here. Hopefully no one will park anywhere stupidly behind me, but I've got quite a wide space, so I can't believe where the motorhome next to me is parked. He's just jammed himself in between two cars. And I'm going to stay here for a few mows and take in the scenery.
on my way back from Fort William, I just nipped into town to fuel up, about 1.44 for a gallon, wish it was, for a litre of diesel. Morrison's, got a couple of bits in Morrison's, including the toaster, which we didn't have in the van, and saves grilling stuff. It's just painfully slow on a grill inside a motorhome. Heading now to the Caravan Motorhome Club site at Bunry, which is Lochside. Overlooks the mountains if you could see them, but as you can see, it's still persisting with rain. So this is the little narrow lane that leads up to the campsite. That A82 is just nasty in the wet. There's big puddles, trucks flying towards you. It's not very pleasant driving. And they've got a traffic light system here because it goes very, very narrow. I can't see what colour those lights are. In fact, they are green. It says there they stay red for 2 minutes. Just hopefully someone's obeyed them going the other way, because there ain't no passing down there. It's a lovely little stream river going through some falls on our right. There's a couple of speed humps. Let's hope the weather improves, because it's got a rather nice outlook here. Over the cattle grid. And there we go. I'm sure I shall show you more of the views a bit later on. I'll just show a little bit of the campsite actually. Apparently they've got some trees down over to the left. Oh yeah. I'm waiting to be chopped up, but hard standing without awning pitches are these blue pegs in front. So I'm going to select one of these. Hopefully it's flat. Let's try them out for size, I suppose. Morning, Tuesday morning. Almost nice weather. Fried egg baps on the go. And that is just about ready. I should try and do this one-handed. Right, that's number one. I shall go and enjoy that.
Way to Leighton Orient and Gillingham travel to Colchester United. Let's take a look at the weather.
So cloudy skies, staying mainly dry for today, but the sunshine will be a few glimmers into the day.
I mean, what difference a day makes. I'm not going to start singing 24 little hours. Anyway, yeah, certainly a big difference from yesterday. The fronts moved through the Loch Lomond, this is. It's a sea loch. It's calm right down. Tide's out-ish, I'd say, at the moment. There's the high tide mark there with the seaweed, but absolutely stunning views from this campsite. I think it's probably one of the more, if not the most scenic Caravan Motorhome Club site. And just over there is the brand new toilet block that was built only about a month ago. Been closed for quite some time and has underfloor heating in there as well. So yeah, a special autumn day here in the Highlands. I mean, it could rain the whole week, but the breeze has died down and the clouds are broken in parts. Still a superb waterfall over there on that mountain. Its name I can't remember, but I did climb it once back in about
mid-80s, I'd say. I was a lot younger, a lot fitter, and a lot slimmer. And it peed with rain all that day as well. We went up that ridge on this side there and did the whole sort of like horseshoe, and I've never been so soaked in my life. Yeah, that was a special memory. Wouldn't do it again though. This is early evening after a very lazy day just spent reading a bit, watching a couple of vlogs, and just nipping out every now and then to take some photos. So I've got the old parchment ready for the air fryer for air frying some sausages. And at the moment, I don't know if you can see that, I'll try and get this at an angle. Just heating up some soup. Some pea and ham. That'll warm me up. It's quite chilly in here though. The heat from the stove will probably warm the place up. So I'll get everything all ready. Some baps for the sausages to go in. Just some simple cooking. Nothing too complicated. I can't stand lots of washing up, so hopefully I won't make too much of a mess. But yeah, a lovely day. Probably even going to book another night before heading back. Quite happy here, no need to go exploring any further. Don't think you'll find a campsite with such a view from a park up or from a pitch as this one. Anyway, speaking of it, good morning all. As you can see, I've left Bunry. Yeah, I've left a campsite at Bunry. I just fancy going for a drive. The weather was okay this morning, to be honest. It rained early doors, kind of just before wake up, but in the first 2 or 3 hours was okay. It was quite clear, and as soon as I thought I'll set off on a scenic drive, the rain's just come in again, and it's very murky and misty. I've decided to take the coast road round from Onick, Ballahoolish round to Ward's Open, but then I'm going to cut in through Tainalt Dalmally through to the A82, and I'm going to probably head for a night at Marrowgowan in Killin. I had another really good night's sleep last night. I think I woke up much at all, so I find the bed quite comfy. It's a little bit thin, that mattress. I might have to get it's a Duvelet mattress fitted for that drop down bed, and I think you can get a mattress topper for it. So anyway, I'll bring you back along if I find any scenery, if the cloud shifts or stops raining or anything interesting. But just at the moment it's pretty dire out here. So. So where on earth are we? Well, I was in the pouring rain, I think, the last time I spoke, and so I decided actually to start heading south. As I said, I've got no definite plan, so I decided to head for the Lake District. But as soon as I start doing that, of course, get around Loch Lomond, which you see there on the left-hand side, and sun starts to come out a little bit and it clears up. But I've seen that camper van with his TV aerial still up. I'll be putting a hell of a strain on that mast. I'm supposed to lower those. You know, I can't talk. I've left things out this morning. I've left the hand soap pump out, like whip flying. I've left the washing up stuff, you know, the brush and the holder and everything out. that wasn't where I left it, somewhere else. Well, shoved it all in their rightful places now, so I think we should be secure. Anyway, we're alongside Loch Lomond now on the A82 on the much wider bit, the bit between was it Tarbert and Inveroran or something like that, towards Crianlarich anyway.
it's so narrow, and I was being hounded by 2 trucks, and literally one was so close up my arse. It was like what's that film? Was it Duel? Is that where the truck's chasing after the guy? Anyway, yeah, it was like that. So I found a lay-by and pulled over to let them pass. But I just stopped back there on the banks of Loch Lomond just to take a few snaps, quick toilet break, and now I'm on my way.
Good, yes, do that, certainly. And you've been on Blockbuster before?
Yes, back in 2011.
Oh, right, not yesterday then.
No, it's a bit
Meanwhile, many hours later, I'm heading west to east across the A66 again. Felt fine, so I dismissed the plan of stopping at Troutbeck on the edge of the Lake District and heading over to this Richmond Hargill campsite, which I stayed on Saturday night, the windy night. Reason is it's probably just going to give me a shorter day tomorrow, and I might even just come back all the way home tomorrow. Cut the trip short by a couple of days. Need to get home to see the missus. Got some work next week, and then when is it? Putting the van in on the 21st or 22nd. I think I'm having a gas low system fitted so I can have cheaper refills and obviously be able to refill in Europe. And then around about the 28th, which is just under 3 weeks, about 3 weeks, just under, I'll be going for a long trip into Europe. Motorhome is going to have its first continental trip, but the rough plan is to head over to the Rhine Valley, down via Rothenburg, maybe into Austria, and then across into Switzerland and back up through France. Anyway, we're going across, was it Stainmore Summit on the A66, about 1,400 feet above sea level, but this is pretty grim on a snowy winter's day up here. I'll be at the campsite, I don't know how long, 15, 20 minutes, 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes, and then hopefully get straight on the pitch, grab a beer and chill out for the evening. Good morning, Thursday, and I've been really slack. I've been really slack at filming and such. Yeah, I'm heading home, cutting short the trip a bit, to be honest. My back is in a real bad place at the moment. I'm just walking around like a chimpanzee, to be honest. It's just awful. So didn't film anything last night at Richmond Hargill or whatever the place was called. I was just in agony on my back. I had a long day driving, so I was pretty tired too. The van's been great. I've got to inspect it for damage when I get home or stop, because I could see this so a large chunk of gravel must have come off a truck with a like a digger on it, and I could see it bouncing. I thought, oh, for heaven's sake, please don't hit the window. And it didn't hit the window. It hit the bodywork of the van somewhere, whether it's above the cab or just to the side. It made a bit of a noise, so I'm dreading there to be some more damage there. I've already got some tree marks from an overhanging branch the other day. But yeah, I've enjoyed driving it, enjoyed going away for a long distance in it. And as I've mentioned before, the next trip, about 2.5 weeks' time, where I'll be heading out on an extended trip out into Europe, and hopefully to get to the foothills of the Alps. So I'll do another video, and hopefully you want to join me and come and see some more grumpy adventures in the motorhome. Speak to you soon.